Hello!
Yeah! Episode number 3. I, once again, am Greg.
I am Joe.
And we are
The All-Seeing Guys.
Yeah, we got
All-Seeing
that down.
Gays.
All-Seeing Guys. Guys, what it could be. Who knows? This is episode 3. Thank you so much if you checked out the last 2 episodes. We had a good response so far already.
Yes, thank you very much for checking it out, having a listen, giving us any kind of feedback or anything.
Yeah,
It's
we've
been
had some
really
emails.
helpful.
We've had some people hitting us up on Twitter. It's only been early days, but so far the first episode has been listened to in the United States, Australia, Netherlands, and the Ukraine.
So we're big in the Ukraine.
Yeah. I think Australia, there's a podcast I listen to out there called This Shite Podcast, which is actually pretty funny. I imagine hopefully that was them checking us out, because I've been to their last 3 episodes and they have been a good listen. So do by all means check them out. And everyone else on Twitter, we've had a lot of podcasts retweeting us on there, so have a look, get on them too. And we're going to get straight into this one. So, episode 3. Bee in the bonnet. It's not so much a bee in the bonnet this time. I'm going to be going into just something I noticed when me and Joe were on a train. We were on a train going uptown recently.
Yes.
And something that I keep seeing out of train windows
yeah.
when I'm going along. When you're on a train, especially going from where we are to London, when you pass a part that is just like back of houses, there's 3 things you are guaranteed to see, or at least one of 3 things you're guaranteed to see dumped on the side of the train tracks.
Yeah.
And they are, from what I have been noticing, a bathtub,
A bathtub.
a TV,
Yep.
and those red and yellow little cars, that plastic ones that kids go around in,
Oh, yeah.
like Flintstone style, like you push your feet out the bottom.
Yeah.
What those 3 things I always seem to notice on the side of train tracks.
Those little cars, not a deprived childhood, but I never had one of those.
I never had one of those.
But they always look like so much fun.
Yeah, I want one now.
Yeah,
smart car, but not an actual smart car. Just
we'd have to take the
plastic
probably have
frame.
to take the roof off, so it's a convertible.
Well, that's yes,
Because
not
just
gonna-
get stuck inside.
we're not going to pick on any ladies, are we?
We're not going to pick up any ladies.
It's
No.
not a convertible.
No.
So how do these things end? Is it the houses just throwing them over the edge?
Just over the fence.
I just throw it over the fence.
I'd love to see someone throw a bath over their fence.
Well, that's what I mean. What's going on with that? And it's like, I better get rid of my bath. I just throw it over the fence.
But that's going to require like more than one person.
Exactly. That's a plan.
Yeah.
And with the cars, was there a kid in it when it went over the edge?
Maybe there was like a ramp situation. There was like a daredevil
Stunt
stunt
gone
that went wrong. And
I've never looked inside the car, so I don't know if there was not a child inside it.
or just the remains of
Yeah.
a child.
just in there, just went
Like
over
a
the edge.
skeleton in there, just like.
Just went completely wrong.
I actually my nephew had one of those cars when he was younger, and my mum actually managed to get hold of it because it was she walked past this house and it was just outside the house, just to sort of it was going to get thrown away.
Are you sure it's gonna get thrown away?
It was definitely going to get. It was with like a bunch of rubbish and stuff that was to be thrown out. And she actually inquired in the house if they were throwing that out, or like could she take it. And then 10 minutes later, it turned up on our doorstep, and it'd been cleaned and everything.
Oh,
and
they
it was,
did that.
Yeah,
Oh.
they
It's
cleaned
not
it
like
and
that.
everything.
Not like that show Brum, where like the little
No,
car's
it's
having
not
an
like
adventure,
Brum.
and he just had some
Brum.
awesome adventure,
and then got back in
and then
time
got back
before
in time
before the senile owner realised it was gone. No, it wasn't that sort of situation. But yeah, they cleaned it up and everything and gave it to him. And
Is it now on the side of a train track?
It probably is at the side of a train.
If
track.
not, that's something we could do in the future. We can find that and we can take it to a train track. 'Cause I feel that's where they have to go.
Yeah,
when their
that's like
use is
their
up.
graveyard.
Yeah,
That's it.
I was trying to find some actual facts and statistics on things like this dumped on train tracks. I couldn't find any. Well,
It's quite a common thing, isn't it?
What I did come across when I was looking at stuff dumped on train track was actual dumps. The shit being dropped out of trains, the older trains.
What actual shit?
Yes, from the toilets in there. The newer trains don't do it, but there's a lot of old ones still running.
They've got like an ecosystem,
and it's
built
drops
in
it out, and it's happening mainly between Essex and Liverpool Street.
Okay,
That train particular.
awful lot of shitting getting done
Yes.
on that.
And it's dropped so much shit on the train tracks that it has actually started acting like fertilizer and growing tomatoes out of it.
So there is on that particular line there
Yeah.
are vegetables growing.
There's shit tomatoes growing.
Shit tomatoes.
Yes.
Dear God.
I wouldn't eat them.
No, do you think someone's
But
like...
something's in that shit is making them particularly grow there.
Yeah.
I'm imagining it's
they don't.
coming more from the Essex
Is it
people coming up
the
to London from
seeds
Essex.
as well? It's the seeds
Well,
in the shit?
you know, Essex people coming up on the trains from out of London. It's probably their fucking protein shakes and shit.
Ah,
Just
yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
giving a spark to the dead soil with the train tracks.
But why tomatoes? Like, where does the tomatoes come into it? Is the thing. Like,
Maybe they eat a lot of pizza.
could be a lot of pizza, seeds in that, or you know,
Tomato in that.
a salad maybe. Bit of tomatoes in salad.
But it's it's pretty strange.
That is quite odd.
I'm curious as to when they're going to have someone down there picking them and stuff.
Yeah, well, do you think, because you always see, like, if you're on the train and stuff, you always see people doing, like, maintenance and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and they have to stand aside when the train goes past. Do you think they're actually just there picking the tomatoes?
Oh, maybe it's all a ruse and they're actually growing a little garden there.
They could be,
and
yeah.
that's just the excuse they're giving.
They've run out of space on allotments, and now they're just using train tracks to grow, like, tomatoes and everything.
So
Wow.
maybe we'll just try shitting in the garden for a while and see if we grow anything.
Yeah, I mean, apart from stench, I'm sure that they'll there's surely something. Well,
Where's
I mean,
Joe? Oh, he's just grazing in the yard.
as I do. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how welcoming me doing poops in the garden will be, but
So that was my bee in the bonnet. So next time on a train, look out the window and try
Look out for-
play a little game for yourself. See if you can notice a bathtub, a TV, or the red and yellow little plastic kids car.
or in fact,
And
if you
bonus
see
points for
anything
tomatoes.
that might actually beat those, if you ever or have ever seen anything strange discarded, get in touch with us
Let
on
us
our
know
email
again.
or our
Email
Twitter.
the allseeingguys@gmail.com and at Twitter at the allseeing. Let us know. We want to know everything you see on the train tracks.
Absolutely,
So episode 3, we are going to be discussing a topic very close to our hearts today.
very close to our withered hearts.
Yes, the world of pubs and daytime drinking, especially.
Yeah, a pastime of ours
past-
that we've been doing for quite a while.
Going out during the day for a beer or 6. Joe, how early is too early?
Well, I mean, it depends on how judgmental you are, really. I've got no qualms with cracking open a beer at 10 in the morning. Not that I do it every day, because
No.
that would probably be something to be
I just
concerned
want to say it's about 11:30 in the morning when we're doing this. And
Yeah.
Joe's sat in front of him with a cider, and I'm sat in front of me with a rum and coke.
Yeah, so we have
That's all
started.
for the podcast.
But yeah, this isn't what we do regularly. This is if we're being active, just need a cheeky breakfast beer
Yeah,
or something like that.
breakfast beers.
I mean, whenever we recorded or did recording sessions for Dice Roller stuff, it was always
Breakfast beers.
it was always part of the preparation was to have a beer and a cigarette and then do a bit of recording. And you know, sometimes that could be as early as 10 o'clock. So it's really does depend on your view of it. I'm not too fussed with it. You know, especially if you're maybe even at like a festival or something like that. That's
Yeah,
pretty standard to have a beer.
No
like-
rules there.
yeah. So really, you know, I'm not too fussed by morning drinking. I think it's perfectly all right. I mean, weddings as well. You go to a wedding, you got to have a cheeky beer
Yeah, of course.
before you get married, haven't you?
Well, when we're looking at like actually going to pubs early in the morning,
Oh, right.
so I was looking from 2005, pubs, clubs, and restaurants could in theory serve alcohol 24 hours a day, but in practice this is rarely the case, as local authorities have the power to restrict opening times for the sake of residents who may not want drunk staggering through their neighbourhood in the wee small hours. So it used to be set that 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Monday to Saturday and noon to 10:30 on Sundays was how it'd be.
I think 11 a.m.'s a fairly all right sort of time.
But what about breakfast, you ask? Well, JD Wetherspoons has been opening its doors since 9 a.m. for the past 5 years, shifting an average 2,075,000 breakfasts.
Now, I've been
500,000 coffees and teas per week.
I've been in a Wetherspoons for breakfast, and there are people in there that early, and they're not even having breakfast. They've got a Guinness on the go already.
Well, they've made it so not from 7 a.m, but Wetherspoon pubs, the chain has started serving alcohol from 9 a.m.
That's terrifying, isn't it?
And you do see that old man.
You
with
do,
his-
and there's
his
people
pint.
like queuing up,
Yeah,
like to waiting for it.
that's the old boys.
Yeah, it's always the old boys. Yeah.
And it was the case is when they put the cigarette ban into effect. Do you remember there was in the paper that old guy that like just killed himself because his happy time was just going to Wetherspoons and having a beer and a cigarette.
That was it. And they took that away from him.
So
So he died.
If they did stop morning drinking, it might have a massive effect on the elderly.
Yeah, might be a
The
lot of
elderly
deaths.
widowed
But
men.
then surely they can just drink at home.
Yeah, but they like to get out of the house, don't they?
They do like. I mean, that's the excuse that they're there, and that's what they're sticking to.
Yeah, that's their little day out.
But you know,
They
just
have some banter with the staff who pretend to
and
like
the other
them.
old lads.
Yeah, who pretend to like them.
Do you ever? I remember being in the Wetherspoons, and you always do get that collective of old men just all sitting together, like six deep at 3 in the afternoon, just like. Well, I told him the other day.
Like, this little shit will pass me with one of them fucking wheelie boards. Fucking, I knocked him off on you. Saying about early morning drinking when you're listing reasons why. Boozy breakfast. Apparently, the average British family will have their first alcoholic drink on Christmas Day at 9:05 a.m.
9:05. I'm not even awake at 9 in the
Christmas
morning.
Day. Yeah, if I'm at my in-laws, then yes, usually wake up. It'll be like Bucks Fizz and champagne.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, that's pretty classic though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
But then when I get back to my parents, no matter what time it is, I will leave my in-laws drunk by about midday to go back to my
that's
parents.
not bad. That's pretty good.
Yeah, there's a few beers going on.
Yeah, but I never. I mean, obviously, like you do have a bit of a drink on Christmas and stuff like that, and everyone makes a big deal of it. But I don't really like purposely get drunk on Christmas Day. Like
I say, have drinks in the morning there, come home, have lunch, and then I'm just already in that weird hangover from early morning drinking.
Yeah,
because that's the downfall with drinking during the day.
That is during the after. I really hate like the afternoon hangover.
Yeah.
And it's horrible because it's always a headache.
So I made the mistake recently of, not mistake, but I went out to the pub first with my mate and we had like 3 beers.
Yep.
Then went to the cinema. I left the cinema feeling absolutely fine, but we went for another beer. And
It's
I
that
just
break.
sat, and
It's
I
that
had
break
the,
in
I had it in
between.
front of me and I was just like, oh. Just like, yeah, the hangover hitting, like...
I think the thing about it is that if you are going to daytime drink, there's no such thing as pacing yourself.
No.
Because you've got to keep on top of it.
Yeah.
You've got to, because if you have a 2-hour break in the middle, that's it. That's hangover time.
Well, I was like the other day with my mate Jack, and who actually works at the pub we drink in.
Yes.
And we went for a roast on Sunday. So 1 o'clock we started drinking. Then we walked back into Kingston, had another few beers there, and then I got to a point where I started slumping a bit.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I feel a bit, I could stop and go home and go to bed.
Yeah.
But then
You got to fight for it,
ended up having about 6 shots. Not at once, but over the space of the next hour and a half, there were probably about 6-7 shots happening.
You got to
and
fight
it
for
perked me right back up.
Yeah.
And then it kind of felt a new lease of life, and I had a few more beers. Then I had a Jameson's and ginger ale.
Yeah.
And I ended up leaving there like 11 o'clock, fucking happy as Larry.
I had a similar day on Saturday actually where I'd got up. I was in Kingston. You know, it's payday, so I was having a bit of a spend. And I ended up in the pub at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
You texted me at 2, yeah.
Yeah, and which is fine, you know. Just I thought, you know, I'll just have a couple of beers and stuff, and then as time sort of progressed, more people started showing up, and then I didn't leave until like 11 at night. So I was in there for a good, you know.
A shift,
8,
mate.
Yeah,
I
I pulled a shift in there. I did a shift at the pub, and yeah, it does sort of surprise you as to how much you can drink in that amount of time.
I mean, it's also another downfall of daytime drinking. So if you go to the pub we drink in, the Fighting Cocks in Kingston,
Yes,
you go there during the day. And, you just sit at the bar and you chat to the bar staff, like, you know, but they don't pretend.
Lovely.
I hate that. I like to think they don't pretend to like us, and hopefully they actually do like us.
we don't turn up. They're like,
they
these
do tend to
fucking
socialise with
arseholes
us.
again.
But yeah, so you sit there and you have a couple of beers. Right, I'm gonna have a couple, then I'm gonna go. And you have like 2 or 3, and you're kind of feeling right. Maybe I'm feeling it. I should go home. But then like 4 people show up who've just finished work.
Yeah, that's it.
And then the regulars start showing up, and you're like, oh, I
sudden,
kind of don't want to go now.
All of a sudden, you got a good group going, and everyone's buying
and they're
drinks.
Just getting started.
Yeah,
so
you're like
away.
four or five drinks deep.
Because I'm not a massive shot drinker. It's very rare that I will be like shots.
Yeah. It's not a necessity for you and I to have shots to enjoy ourselves.
But a lot of drinkers down there do like shots.
Well, it's a big deal, isn't it? Like the shots and stuff down there. I mean, they got in the Fighting Cocks, they do like a shot of the week, which always varies.
I was guinea pig for that the other day.
Oh really?
Yeah,
what was the
Ellie was,
what was the shot?
There was many. She didn't actually go with any of them next week.
Oh,
but I can't remember.
what a
what
waste
was
of
in...
time.
Yeah, exactly. I can't remember what was in the one I had, but it was very nice.
Yeah.
We ended up having about 3 of them, I think.
Yeah.
As the...
That's the kind of cool thing about it as well, man. Like we will talk a fair bit about the Fighting Cocks because it is one of the it's like our second homes, basically. And we do love it. It's maybe, but it's just it's one of the best pubs in Kingston.
Yeah, good atmosphere.
And very welcoming, friendly staff. We will never say a bad thing about that place.
No, we won't. No.
But that's what sort of makes us come back because it's a good atmosphere.
And
it's a good laugh.
We met down there.
We did.
That is
our eyes met across a crowded room.
It was actually an empty bar, I think.
It was an empty bar, and
that's the thing. I feel honest, a massive group of my friends and social friends are all from that pub, and it's not like you'll just see them at the pub. We do start branching out now.
Yeah, which is
we went to Wetherspoons the other night.
We did. Yeah, that was good. That was a good night. Two desperados for a £5.
Oh man, we were doing rounds of 4 desperados.
We were, yeah.
And
things got pretty wild.
And the Fighting Cocks doesn't even have a beer garden. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Big windows, doors either side, a bit stand outside and have your cigarette.
Yeah, lovely bit of
awesome venue out back. But in the summertime, when we're out and about, and sometimes we will go to a different pub, only if we want to discuss things like this, because we know we'll get distracted.
Business.
Yeah, business beers. We usually will sort out a beer garden.
Yeah, it was usually required.
I am quite a fan of, there's a pub in Servant we used to go to quite a lot when we were recording that I used to live next door to, and they have a big beer garden.
Yes.
It wasn't the most amazing pub in the world, but they had a massive, really nice beer garden. And you'd happily just sit, even when it would be fucking December, we'd still sit out there under the heater.
Oh yeah, totally.
Because it's just so nice to sit outside the beer garden.
Taking it in shifts to turn the heating back on.
Yeah,
and it
that's
shuts
it.
off after 10 minutes.
Yeah, your turn.
No.
So I was looking at the best beer gardens in London. I haven't been to many of these pubs. We have been to number 2 though, the Edinburgh Castle.
Oh yeah, in Camden.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice one actually.
Yeah, I've been there a few times with friends. I just remembered it when we were up there to go there and have a little cheeky beer outside. Nice garden. It's not a posh pub, but posher than we're used to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Much posher
Classy.
than we're used to. Class, yeah, different. A different level of class, but a bit. I don't want to say trendy, but
No.
I will.
It's it is nice. It's again just got a nice garden going on, cheeky bit of food. I need to stop saying cheeky.
You're saying cheeky since we discussed cheeky Nando's back in episode 1. You haven't stopped saying cheeky.
I need a cheeky jar.
We've
I put a pound in every time I say cheeky.
Thing is, it's not like you haven't. You've said cheeky before in the past.
Yeah.
That's fine. But since we've discussed
I've upped my cheeky game
so much.
I'm going to switch it to naughty because
we need to get Naughty Frangos on the go.
Naughty
yes,
Frangos,
absolutely.
Yeah. Don't forget to hashtag Naughty Frangos on Twitter for no apparent reason.
For no apparent reason.
No apparent reason.
Just do it right now. The only issue I have with sitting in beer gardens, and it's the same with going to the pub during the day, not the Cocks, but like other pubs during the day, are kids.
Yeah.
I don't dislike kids by any means, but when you're sat in a beer garden and you've got your headphones in and the beer, you've probably got a cigarette on the go, there will be mums around like baby club.
Yeah.
That's where you have to sit outside.
And they should be,
fucking loud.
They shouldn't be in a pub, they should be in Costa. They should be in Costa Coffee.
Yeah, because they're having, the mums that have their glasses of wine getting on it.
Breastfeeding club or whatever.
But like, you'll be sat there and a kid, you'll see this kid looking at you, will eventually come to your table.
Don't you hate that inquisitive look that they give?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you there on
What
your
are
own?
you doing?
Being judged by a child.
Fuck you, man.
Being judged by a child. I'm here with all these mums.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? And then they come over to the table and just start climbing on the table, sitting next to you, and you're like,
they have kids don't have boundaries. They see the beer garden as one massive playground.
Yeah, and the mum will look over and see her child sat with a stranger and be like, oh, okay.
It's like, I could kill your child and you wouldn't care.
Oh, that's alright. He's keeping an eye on my kid. I'll carry on. Fucking,
yeah, you turn into babysitter for 5 minutes.
And anyway, George didn't come home till 11 last night. I couldn't believe it. Carry on this and nattering. And you're left with this fucking kid.
Should have taken it, mate.
I
know. It's that sort of thing is frowned upon, but just take it. Have a shit him up.
Do you want a sip of my beer? How about
that mum when she looks up after drinking her bottle of wine and the kid's gone, she'll be like, oh, that's annoying.
That's annoying.
Just like,
my kid's gone.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
But yeah, very annoying when they start climbing over the table and
Yeah.
stuff, and no one intervenes.
But there are beer gardens as well that have like playgrounds. So it's kind
Yeah.
of they kind of welcome it.
I haven't seen one for a while actually that has a proper playground in it.
There is
only like,
there's
a lot of old ones that do.
There's one in Walton where I work, and there is an actual pub with like a full blown like swing and slide and stuff.
Okay. Is it old? Is it quite new?
The pubs,
Because a lot of them
the
got
beer
rid of them
gardens,
for health and safety.
yeah, because too many drunk people were on the slide,
Yeah, exactly.
passed out on it, ruining all the kids'
I would
fun.
well go on the slide if I was drunk. I go on the slide anyway.
Yeah, I think I'd go to a park whilst wasted.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty good. I don't know how we'd, get away with it.
Oh, it'd be fine. As long as we did it at night.
Oh yeah. Oh right, at night. Okay, I was thinking
yeah. During the day, we'd give it a go, but I think we would get chased out or
later
told
on,
off by
a couple
someone.
of hours time, we'd go to the park.
But that's so yeah, you do have these big family pubs, so you know not to go to them. Mm-hmm. But when you're in that sort of quiet pub, that doesn't have any climbing apparatus in the back,
No,
so the kids climb over your table.
that's it.
And you're just like, fuck off.
Yep.
Excuse me, mother. I'm not here to look after your fucking child.
Yeah. It's
Remove
it
your
is. It's
child
a
from me.
pain in it's a pain in the
I'm not saying they shouldn't go anywhere. So I'm sure it's nice for them to get out during the day of kids. I don't have kids, so I'm not taking away the fact they should get out day of their kids.
Yeah.
But don't just let them come up and start climbing over random strangers and fucking
It's weird.
inconveniencing their little alcoholic time.
Yeah, I think the thing as well is because there are certain kids as well that may understand the idea of not talking to strangers, but will just ask questions. And there's have you ever had just like someone's random kid just start talking to you?
All the time.
It's so weird.
All the time.
And you kind of have to just go along with it, or
Yeah, you don't want to be a dick at first.
I always want to be a prick and just put my headphones in and just be like, jog on. But just kids just sort of, and I'd say at times it can be funny because they do ask really, really like stupid stuff. But yeah, kids in a pub is
well,
not,
they're saying
not the one.
that according to the Good Pub Guide, the number of complaints about children and pubs has continued to increase for several years. Some pub landlords also claim that the pub is the last place of adulthood.
Yeah.
And children and pubs, shouldn't really
Why aren't
be.
they doing anything about it?
Well, in 1995, children under the age of 14 were not allowed in pubs in England and Wales.
You see, this is why I don't vote, because no one's doing anything about kids being in pubs.
Thing is, now we're in a situation where so many little pop-up restaurants and stuff are opening up, and cafes and coffee shops, where the pubs are losing out. So they have to. They have to start letting kids in to make money, because I'm sure they make money with what's going on. But here they've been asking people about their opinions. This is on a BBC website. And people have been writing in. Some persons put, "We've been through this twice before. Pubs should be for adults. It's probably one of the only places that doesn't have children running everywhere. Pubs have suffered enough of the smoking ban, high tax, and alcohol. No."
They are so over it.
This
aren't
guy
they?
knows where it's at.
Yeah.
Pubs are licensed premises. Children should be allowed into a children area only under adult supervision.
Oh, they've
any
done their
adult who
research.
allows their children to run riot or becomes abusive to any member of staff, the kid becomes abusive,
Kick it.
should be banned for life from all licensed premises in the UK. Harsh, but it would work.
I would trip that child
Needs
up.
some work to get done by the gutless politicians and make it a law. I won't hold my breath.
Jesus. That guy was 2 steps away from having a full-blown rant as to what is wrong with
his
society.
name his name was Bob.
Bob? Yeah.
That was Bob.
Yeah, right.
So he wants basically, if kids aren't in a supervised area, if
mean a buggy?
they run riot,
Strapped into a
them
buggy.
and their family should be banned from every pub in the United Kingdom. Is basically what he's saying.
It's a bit far.
I don't know. I'd vote for Bob.
Vote for Bob. Yeah, if you agree with Bob, then vote for him in the election in 5 years' time.
But this is the thing. So when they do come and they're having wine, or they're
Probably
having
a UK
coffee,
IP, actually. Don't do that.
there's so many coffee evenings, afternoons in pubs now.
Yeah, see, coffee in a pub doesn't feel right. I mean, I don't really drink like tea or coffee anyway and stuff like that. But having a coffee in a pub just seems wrong. I don't go to Costa and get a Jack and Coke.
No,
you know,
take one with me when I go in there.
Yeah, exactly. And then I get kicked out like 8 minutes later.
I haven't ordered any coffee.
Haven't
I've
ordered
just sat
anything,
down
and also I'm
and just
stinking of booze in the corner
and I'm
drinking
just
a Jack and
stealing
Coke.
packets of sugar.
Well, everyone needs sugar, and it's complimentary.
Yes.
For people that purchase
handfuls
stuff.
of it.
But yeah, no coffee.
I'm
in a pub's
a
weird.
big coffee drinker, but I can't recall a time I've sat in a pub and had coffee.
Yeah, I don't think it's probably that good as well.
No, in my experience, it has, but they are up in their coffee game. But it is always annoying when you're in a bar and it's busy, and someone in the front of you orders like 4 coffees. And
Yeah.
you know, even the bar, the
They
staff
do that
members,
sigh,
just
isn't
like,
it? Just, God.
and they're asking for these fancy coffees. You want those? Fuck off the Costa.
Yeah.
Don't fucking go to a pub and ask for those. And they're just like, right, and they have to go make the machine, and you're like, fucking hell, I just want a pint.
It says, what coffee you
Can
got?
you just do my pint first?
Yeah.
Like,
That's it. Or do it whilst their
can
coffee's
I please
brewing.
sample your finest coffee, please? Granules.
Granules. Is that Kenko? Is that...
I want a Kenko.
Good day.
I'd go to the homeless shelter.
Why don't you fucking do that then?
So at the moment, Costa Coffee is pretty much popping up all over the gaff at the moment.
It's very
And
popular.
they're popping up more and more than pubs, they're saying at the moment.
Really?
Yes. The overall market recorded a 6.4 increase in sales in 2013, and there were, bloody hell, 16,501 coffee shops across the country by the end of last year, opened additionally to that.
Fuck me.
So we're looking at a little graph here of coffee being sold throughout the UK, and Costa is killing it.
Yeah.
I'd say just under 50% of this little pie chart here is Costa. And then we got, obviously, a big quarter of that is Starbucks.
Yeah, I was going to say, giving Starbucks a bit of a run for their
Yeah,
money. But then
and,
again, you know, Starbucks, I mean, as
I don't
popular
like
as they
Starbucks.
are, I mean, I don't like any of them. They can all go fuck themselves. But Starbucks was always a bit like more of a US sort of thing, wasn't it? Costa, I mean, I don't know.
Seattle, innit? Like,
Yeah, something like that. Costa's
grunge scene, man.
grunge scene. That's all you want: coffee and check shirts.
But pubs are actually they're a good just under a quarter of like coffee sales in UK.
Really?
That's because the mums they go in there during the day.
They do. They don't want
So
to be drinking
if
wine
you want,
at 2
maybe
in the
if you
afternoon.
want coffee in the pubs, just keep it there during like a designated
Coffee
coffee.
area. Yeah, I mean,
I know a
smokers,
lot of
smokers
pubs,
have
to
to
be
go
fair.
outside.
Exactly. I know they're doing a lot of these like cancer charity coffee and cake mornings. That's fine. That's in the morning.
Brilliant.
Keep it in the morning.
Keep it in the morning.
And then when we get to afternoon, they can all fuck off.
Yep.
And then we can go and buy beers and donate to cancer if we want to.
There we go.
Why does it have to be coffee and cake?
Yeah. Why not beers and kebabs?
So when I'm in a pub, I just like to relax and enjoy a drink. I'm not one to go down and play drinking games.
No, I'm not. I'm not a huge fan of the drinking games.
No, I'm really not a fan of drinking games.
I mean, I enjoy a drink and I do like getting drunk, but it's not like I don't drink to get drunk. It just sort of happens.
Yeah.
And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, so I've been looking at some drinking games.
Okay.
And so we have vodka roulette, a simple drinking game that always goes down well, literally.
I think I know this one.
Prepare a shot glass for everyone in the group filled with water, except one that is filled with vodka. Now hand out the shots and ask everyone to down in one. One person will have an interesting surprise as they hit the vodka. They step out of the next round. Repeat until there's a single winner.
See, now
It's not really much of a game, is it? It's
No,
more of
who wants to drink 10
just
shots of water
It's just
or whatever?
eliminating.
That's boring.
That is boring.
But surely it would be much better if it was shots of vodka and then one of them was water, and then the person who got the water has to drink something
exactly, it's
disgusting.
it'd make more
That'd
money
be way
for the
better.
pub.
Yeah. But no, that's it. You can do it in one round. The person who gets the water, that's the loser. They drink, and then from there you just go back to having conversations about whatever stupid shit you were talking about.
So this one is called Empty Glass.
Right.
As the night progresses, people will start to finish their drinks. Every time you finish your drink, you have to touch your glass on somebody before placing it on a table. If you forget and put your empty glass on the table, you will hear someone watching and waiting scream, "EG!" which I imagine is empty glass. And you have to go to the bar and buy a fresh pint of whatever you drank and down it in one. A real killer. Some people make the mistake of placing their glass that they have just downed in one straight back onto the table without touching it on somebody. The result is another visit to the bar to down another pint.
Ugh.
I don't understand. So you have to touch the glass of someone.
Apparently.
So when I finished it, I'll just like bump it in your shoulder and pull it down. If I do that without bumping it on you, then I have to go buy another pint
seductively
and down it.
graze it against my hand.
Yes. Ooh, nice.
It's like, ugh.
And if I don't actually make contact, then I have to go down it. Buy
That
another
basically
pint,
sounds like the rules.
down it in one, but then I make the mistake of putting it down again and I have to go do it again.
That seems ridiculous.
Don't quite understand where the game part in this is, to be honest with you.
I mean, these drinking games are literally it's not about the game or winning it. It's literally just to get more drunk, quicker. Basically, is what it is.
Man, some of these I'm not even going to read out because I'm trying to read them and they're ridiculous. They're so complicated.
I know of our friend Randy. He's a big fan of Irish Snap. Now I've played Irish Snap a few times.
I've played it with him.
Yeah, I unfortunately can't remember the actual rules to it and stuff like that. But it does involve the loser drinking a drink of all the drinks concocted concocted together.
A birthday pint.
A birthday, yeah, a dirty birthday pint. And it is a fun game and stuff like that, but oh my god, you just end up so fucking battered. And especially if you lose, you're in real trouble. But it is a fun game.
Yeah, I mean, I have played it with Randy. I'm not massively into it. He pulled some cards like the other day, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna go stand over here for a minute. One that he's
put the fear of Irish Snap.
Yes, he has. He just threatens with it.
Yeah.
Pub golf.
Oh, fucking pub golf.
Now, you see many people going around dressed in golf. Now, the idea dressed in golf attire. So, pub golf is a fun social activity, really, which takes the best elements of dressing up and going out on a pub crawl. Yes, the two things combined.
Oh, thank Christ.
The fun of dressing up and going on a pub crawl.
And golf.
And just added with a hint of golf. In fact, the golfing element only really comes into play in the way that you choose the holes you will cover and the par of each of them. For example, you will typically choose a 9-hole course or an 18-hole course. So either one will cover 9 pubs or the whipping 18 of them.
Jesus
so
Christ.
Each pub is the hole. The par for each pub is then the number of sips, swigs or gulps, which will be needed to finish your drink you have in it. There is a non-alcoholic version of this. That sounds ridiculous.
That sounds pointless.
Why do you want to do that sounds ridiculous.
Just, drinking squash or something?
Additional rules. Many pub golf players decide to spice up their evening even more by adding in some additional rules. This can come in the shape of a forfeit for the loser or penalty strokes for the player who spills their drinks, fall over or throw up.
Penalty strokes? Like wank someone off sort of thing.
Yeah. You've just threw up. Wank me
him off.
And then drink what comes out. It's okay. One of the 9 shots is only milk.
How did you produce so much semen?
I've been holding it in. The outfits.
I've been waiting for this day. I've been waiting for this pub golf day.
The outfits. This isn't strictly necessary to wear special outfits, but it does add a whole extra layer of fun to the night.
People just hear the word golf and it's like, well,
you just don't want to dress up. And it's not even how actual golf people dress up.
It's like golf people in the 1940s.
Whenever I see people doing pub to pub golf, I'm just like, fuck off.
Oh, it's always like people just doing like bar crawls in general, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're always just like, they've always got to have some sort of novelty to it. I mean, we've been sat in the pub, and obviously there's people doing pub crawls of Kingston.
Yeah.
So obviously they've got to hit every single pub.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember because obviously the university's nearby. They've got they do Freshers Week and they do a pub crawl. And one Monday night. Fuck me, about 40 or like freshers came in on a piss, and all of them just sort of buying drinks and stuff, and that's fine. There was one geezer there who was just already shit-faced and was bragging about how he'd been kicked out of every other pub they'd been in. Bearing in mind you're a fresher and you've got to be in Kingston for 3 years.
Yeah,
probably not something to be proud of. And then I was having a beer, and he knocked my drink. And it went a fair bit, and I was like, for fuck's sake. And he apologised. But then also, he put his quadruple vodka and lime into my beer as to say, look, there you go, your beer's back. And it's just like, that's done nothing but ruin my drink. Like, you've just put 4 shots of fucking money. You've just put 4 shots of vodka in my drink. Thanks very much. So whilst his back was turned and he was chatting to a lovely girl, I
jerked off on him.
No, I blew my nose out into my hand and wiped it down his back.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. He didn't notice. And then I believe he got kicked out. So
we don't like people with snot on their back in here.
Yeah, no, I just have this qualm with people like the pub crawl people, because it's just like,
rowdy.
They're always it's such fucking lads.
I've been in there before when like a big group has come in, whether it be a stag or people dressed up have come in, and it just goes. I was there during the day actually, and some freshers came in, and I don't know if I think they had been out drinking a bit. One of them was wearing like a cycling helmet the whole fucking time. These were like, I think these were the uncooler kids. No, he wasn't disabled. No, they weren't. I think these were just like the geekier kids. And they came in, and they were like, you could tell they had a few drinks, and they probably weren't used to it.
Yeah.
And they were just like, not, and they were asking, what should we get?
You really?
Guy at the bar was like, why don't you get a Jaeger? And they were like, okay. So they poured the Jaeger. They poured out like shots for them each of Jaeger.
Yeah.
And they went, thank you very much. And they picked up their shots of Jaeger and went and sat down and just started like, talking and like occasionally zipping it.
I can't believe how small this drink is.
I think it was Duracell working at the bar at the time, and he was just like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, he went over, and he was like, no, but they were just like, oh, no.
Oh, no, I couldn't possibly drink that much in one go.
No, I have to ride my bike after this.
That's why I'm wearing a crash helmet.
It was fucking funny, though. It was funny.
That is ridiculous.
They didn't all finish it.
I've never seen...
But they were, like, taking photos of it, all them
I've
holding
never
it
seen,
up,
like, anyone sip. It would have been funnier if it was just one shot.
They obviously
the five
did not like it.
Yeah.
Because when they only had... I don't think they even did half of it.
That's why no one likes it, though. Like,
That's why you do it in one to get it done.
Yeah,
Back
to
of the
get
throat.
it done.
Bang!
Bang.
Don't zip it.
And then, just
tea.
shuddering and retching afterwards, just like...
Cup of tea? No, give me a mug of Jaeger.
Give me
Just sip it, dip in your fucking hobnobs.
flagon of Jaeger.
Flagon of Jaeger, please.
Good morrow, sir.
Just going to sit here and just dip my digestives in it.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
That sounds awful.
A Jaeger-soaked biscuit.
Don't. They exist.
It doesn't even feel a bit. I'm not a massive Jaeger fan. While we're on the topic of fighting cocks, this isn't the fighting cocks we go to in Kingston. This is another one. A pub called the Fighting Cocks has been urged by animal activists to change their name to Clever Cocks. The group Peter blasted its nod to cockfighting. Its landlords they said the switch would be highlighting the fact that chickens are intelligent and sensitive. Pub boss said, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with cruelty, but I don't know what they're talking about. They think it's glorifying. They think it's insensitive to chickens because many years ago there was cockfighting at these.
There was, yeah.
Not now.
I think
many years ago. You're not going to change the Tower of
No,
London's
this was like
name,
centuries.
You're not going to change the Tower of London because all the fucking beheadings that happened there.
Well, of course not, because there was no animals that died there, and they don't care about that.
Exactly, don't care about that.
No,
but heaven forbid, fucking some chickens fucking were torn apart fucking centuries ago.
I fucking
have they got nothing better to do?
No,
they haven't saved all the animals yet, have they?
I'm switching the bee in the bonnet. Now my bee in the bonnet is fucking Peter. I fucking hate them. They're such uppity cunts, and they're just everything that exists now is below animals, and that's fine. I'm not one for animal cruelty and stuff like that.
No, of course
but
not.
Fuck me, I will eat a pig or like a cow or sheep, or in fact, I'll eat most animals, and I'll eat it, and I'll be proud of it.
I think you can eat them, but just don't name a pub after any of them.
No, apparently not.
Don't open a bar and call it.
But
pig.
are they going to change there's the thirsty bear? Are they going to turn that? They're going to say you can't glorify that.
The satisfied bear.
You can't.
The first quenched bear.
Yeah, you can't glorify that. You don't want dehydrated bears everywhere.
Yes, of course not. No.
But it is. I just fuck.
Their mindset
clever
is cocks.
What's that?
They're clever cocks. That's what they want to call it instead. That's insulting to intelligent penises.
That is, yeah. That is very. I think the Clever Penis is probably even a better name.
Yes.
And I think that's what I'd name my pub.
The Clever Penis.
The Clever Penis.
Well, there you are, chickens.
But
I think we should get
Peter,
a picture of chickens down in the pub one day and just tweet the picture.
Can we just turn up with chickens?
And we'll be dressed as like cocks fight. Or we'll be dressed as boxers.
Or penises.
Like fighting.
Can we be dressed as penises? But no, Peter, they really sort of need to chill the fuck out. Because
Bloody hell, Peter, settle down.
What they do as well is the way they go about trying to make change is the completely wrong way to fucking do it.
Yeah.
They're very aggressive.
There was a documentary on fucking years ago. I was working in a skate shop at the time, and the very next day, some woman came in, never seen before, and just started picking up shoes and lecturing me on the glue used in it. And she was like, "I saw this documentary last night." And I was like, "Oh, really?" So
you watch one documentary and all of a sudden
you just go out now and start walking in the shops.
Yeah.
So you've taken it upon
I learned
yourself
something
to be,
last night, and I'm going to teach everyone.
I don't know the glue used in these shoes. Shame on you for making them. I didn't make them.
I didn't actually make them.
Shame on you for selling them.
Yeah.
You're what's wrong with the world. Yes, I am. Go fuck yourself.
So you cut her head off.
I'm more than happy to be what's wrong with the world.
Yeah, definitely. I'd rather be what's
Let's
wrong
be
with
honest,
the world
what's
than what's
right with it
right
ain't
with
working.
it. Yeah. Well
So-
said.
I thought so, yes.
Yes, that was good.
Moment.
Bang.
The best pubs in the UK. So, this was last year's winners.
This is official, isn't it?
This is official. This was of the UK, the Sky Great British Pub of the Year Award, 2014.
There's so many award ceremonies that we don't know about.
It must be awards for awards.
Yeah. There's an award show.
The Best Free House, the Cartford Inn in Lancashire.
That sounds quite nice.
Best Community Pub, the Grange in Ealing.
Okay.
In Ealing, eh?
It's a little bit
Best
close.
Managed Pub, the Woolly Sheep Inn in Yorkshire. That sounds nice, doesn't it?
That sounds lovely.
Best Partnership Pub, the Grafton in Kentish Town.
Don't know.
Shout out if you've been to any of these. Best Turnaround Pub, Bell at Stowe in Gloucestershire.
That must have been like
shit
turnaround, like
before.
yeah, lots of stabbings.
Or they literally just renovated it so the doors at the back. they just flipped the whole pub.
They painted it.
It just constantly
New
rotates round.
lick of paint. Got rid of the blood stains.
We've got a best newcomer.
Yeah.
Cumber.
Newcomer.
Matt Samuel. Pig on the Hill. Devon.
Nice.
Now this one, I think Peter should be after this one, to be fair. This is the best food pub. Pony and Trap.
Oh, that's like that's kind of like Cockney rhyming slang, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is, but still, if Peter should get on it, Pony
that's true.
aimed at Trap, like a big acne anvil, kind of featuring over a pony with a carrot like tied to a
Do
string,
you reckon?
whatever
Do you reckon their sign is literally like a horse stuck in a bear trap, like its leg like just in it?
screaming in pain? That's in Bristol. Best entertainment pub, Anchor in Kent. Best family pub, the Fighting Cocks
Yeah.
in Kent.
Oh. Maybe next year, eh?
Maybe next year, family pub though. I don't want kids.
Family
in there.
pub. No,
that's obviously the polar opposite. To the pub we
I'd
go
love
to.
it to be a
That's
family
like
pub,
it's evil
just
nemesis.
as long as you don't bring your
That's
kids to it.
obviously it's evil double
Yeah.
ganger because it's family pub for the kids. They probably have like cocks to play on out back.
That's weird.
It is weird.
Living the dream.
Best spirits pub, the Office in East Sussex.
What? Just liquor?
I think Ghosts maybe. Just all the dead
best
alcoholics.
haunted pub.
the guy that killed himself because the smoking ban drinks there now.
Yeah.
Best wine pub, One Ball.
Hitler.
One Ball.
Hitler owns that one.
Oh
The
my
One
God,
Ball.
the One Ball in Suffolk. The rest. Oh, we got a best cider pub, the Apple. Makes sense.
Classic, of course.
And best sports bar. Best sports pub. Ready?
Yep.
Bar Sport.
They took a long time thinking of that name.
So
didn't
while
they?
we're looking at pub names, I've got a list here of the most commonest pub names in UK. I'm not going to read them all out because there's 50.
Yeah, don't do
But
that.
Joe, I want to see if you can at least guess 3 that are going to be in here.
From the top 10.
No, just from the whole 50 I've got. I don't know if they're in any order, but these are just the most commonest names of pubs in the UK. I've got 50 of them here. See if you can name at least 3.
I mean, straight off the top, I'm gonna say the Red Lion.
Yep. Red Lion is in there.
Whereabouts? How good was it?
It is White Lion.
Oh, see, that's racist.
It is here, but I can't see it. Oh, there it is, number 2.
Oh,
Number 2.
I feel like we're playing. Was it Family Fortunes?
Our
survey said.
Ooh. Close, not quite what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Joe,
It's
you're
good,
back
but
in
it's
play.
not the one.
You're back in play.
Here's the catchphrase.
Say what you see. Say what you see.
Pub names.
Yeah, 2 more. They're so looking at them as well. They're so obvious.
Something like the Bell.
Bell's there. Yep, number 9.
So I'm hitting top 10s.
Yeah, you're hitting top 10s.
Oh man, I'm trying to think of like really cliche like names. Let's go. The Builder's Arms.
No. No. You could have had Mason Arms.
Oh, that's kind of this. Oh, that was so goddamn close.
It was, but not close enough.
Not close enough. Didn't want to award me that one.
I'll give you one more. Go on. I want you to get a third one. I want you to get one.
The Mason Arms.
No, you could have had the Builder's Arms.
God damn it!
So, to throw some out there, we've got, like you'd expect, cricketers,
Yeah,
standard,
of course.
Lamb, Victoria, Prince of Wales. I've seen a fair few Prince of Wales.
There's a
pubs
lot
in
of
my
a
time.
lot of Prince like sort of ones.
Queen's
isn't
Head,
there?
Nag's Head's on here.
Oh, that's a
Sun,
classic.
the Ship. There's a lot called the Ship. King's Head.
Yeah, of course.
Number one is actually the Crown.
Okay.
I've seen a few pubs called the Crown.
Yeah, there's a lot of crown. There's a lot of monarch relation to pubs, isn't there?
Of course there is, yes.
Yeah.
I've not seen one called Globe.
Huh. There is the Globe, but it's
Wheat
not.
Sheaf. George. So moving forward, we're going to weird pub names.
I love me a good pub name.
So, weird pub names. We have the Idle Cock. Oh no, I'm sorry, I've read it wrong.
Oh.
The Idle Cook, which isn't.
Oh.
This is a good
I
pub
was going to
name.
say Peter would have been right on this.
This is a very good pub name.
Okay.
Bucket of Blood.
Where is that?
It's in Cornwall.
Bucket of blood. Slopping out. Jesus.
Yeah, the Ram Inn, of course. There's one of those in
The
Kingston.
Ram Inn.
Yeah.
There was
The pub with no name.
They're still thinking to be confirmed should be just it's just called TBC.
Yeah, it's EBC. There's one of these in Waterloo. I've seen it. Hole in the Wall. Does sound like a glory hole
Yeah,
pub,
there
doesn't
used
it?
to be. It was like under those bridge bits, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I went in there. That's actually.
I've been to the one in Waterloo.
Yeah, I actually went in there. That finished off my an all day drinking in London many years ago.
Ah, is that with Natty?
It wasn't, no. Although I did have an all day drinking with Natty, but that was with once again with Karina. We started in Camden and just worked our way back to Waterloo.
Nice.
Just
Good.
drinking
Straight on the train.
straight on the train.
The Cow and the Snuffers.
What?
The one that almost got away. Oh, this is a good one. The Quiet Woman. The sign being a woman carrying her own severed head.
Weird.
The Hairy Lemon Pub.
The Hairy Lemon.
Now, one that this isn't on this list, but this is one that we saw in Liverpool Street. Dirty Dicks.
Yeah.
Eagle Spread.
Nice. A lot of it's like I feel like there's a lot of double meanings in some of
Now,
these.
this actually I think is my favourite pub name.
All right.
The Ten Bob.
The 10 Bob.
The Ten Bob.
It's like a.
I don't know why I like it so much.
10 Bob. 10 Bob.
Ten
mate.
Bob. Ten Bob.
Oh man.
So, what have you got for us? Any pub names?
I actually found a pub name generator, and you can literally just it will just literally just generate pub names for you.
How would you have to put in to get one?
You don't even have to. You literally just press generate, and it's.
Oh, really?
I'll read out the little introduction that it has here, which is the generator randomly selects from 100,000 combinations drawn from historic tabletop role-playing games and other whimsical sources. The majority of the results are fantasy-based.
Oh,
Okay. Now I can do a list of 5 or a list of 10.
Do a list of 5.
List of 5. So, this is the little list. This is, I mean, some of them are. I have just seen a good one though. So this is the choices that we have. The slow halfling.
Oh yes.
The water arms.
Okay.
The brown flute inn.
The Brown Flute Inn.
Yep.
Nice. I like that.
The forester and the haughty mule inn.
What?
And then there's the flatulent Sahuagin inn.
I want to go that one.
So if you're out there,
away.
if you're out there and you're having trouble naming your pub, just go to the www. No, actually, you know what? That is a ridiculous website name. do you want 5 more just for fun?
Go on then.
The Good Haywood.
Ah, lovely.
The Footman and the Falconer Arms. The Jolly Abbot. The
Jolly
Castle-
Abbot.
I know.
That's an actual pub, isn't it?
I feel like that is.
Yeah.
That's a pretty
The
good
Jolly
one.
Ross Abbot.
The Castle Tavern, classic. And then Whispering Gladiator Arms.
Oh, it doesn't even need the arms. I think just Whispering Gladiator would be a great
Gladiators.
gay bar.
Are you ready? And then just trance music.
I know the guy that owns this place. I did have something here about pub food, but I think we discussed that briefly earlier.
Yeah.
Just that pubs have got up their game now.
Yeah, it's definitely.
If I'm going to throw out two places that I thoroughly enjoy pub food, it's going to be the Antelope and Surbiton.
Oh, that is good.
Fantastic fucking food there.
Really, really
epic
good.
fucking roast there the other day. It did me. I didn't eat for 24 hours afterwards.
Yeah, you don't need.
I drank a lot, but I didn't eat for 24 hours. I didn't need to. It was fucking amazing.
Such good food.
Really good food, reasonable priced, and my favourite, the Thirsty Bear in Waterloo, which has epic fucking burgers. I mean, they're good, and that's a cool pub.
If you haven't been,
it does have like the iPad and stuff on the table.
If you like a burger, then just go to the Thirsty Bear.
Yeah,
because there's just so many options.
I don't even go for the novelty on it, because you can like pour your own pints there, and you can also have build your burger on the iPad, or whatever.
That'll keep the kids busy.
But like I literally just go there. I went there when I went with you, and I was like, "Excuse me, can I have a paper menu?"
Excuse me.
Can I have a paper menu, please? So I think now, moving on from pubs, we're going to move into time for some phobias with Joe, perhaps.
Oh, yeah.
So here we go. This is, let's our new introduction speak for us.
Joe's Corner of Fear.
Yes, welcome back to my corner of fear. So, this is once again the little game that we created where I test or try and see if Greg can possibly guess which phobia I'm on about.
We'll try and make it a pub drinking game at some point.
Yeah, every time you get it wrong, you have to.
It has to be
drink.
wrong. Yes.
There you go. So I've once again found my phobia for today. Greg, are you ready for the challenge?
Yes, let's go.
You did pretty good last week.
Yes, I did. Yes.
Or the last episode, you got it very quickly.
The phobia of dinosaurs.
Yeah, that was which I'm not even going to pretend to know how to still pronounce. Fuck phobia. So today we have menophobia.
Is a phobia of men.
It's not a phobia of men.
I have to say the obvious ones first.
That's
menophobia.
I believe it's either men or mean. It's MENO
phobia
phobia.
Of memes.
Phobia of memes. I just can't stand those.
I just don't like them.
Yes, it's menophobia.
Menophobia.
Now this is again, it's kind of sort of body related. Sort of phobia. It's not penis. It's nothing to do with. It's nothing actually to do with men at all.
Oh,
it's more.
Breasts.
It's a more of a female phobia.
Yeah, breasts. Oh, that they have.
Huh?
What that they have?
I mean, there's probably men
fear
that have
of
this.
Their own vagina.
It's close.
A fear of men being in their vaginas.
No. Close.
Fear of men coming out of their vaginas. a fear of the vagina troll.
No, it's.
I'm coming out to play.
It is something.
Fear of periods.
Ah,
is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Boom.
Menophobia is a fear of menstruation.
Oh now, shit!
Having said
been
that,
on a period.
Having had my period already this month. So it's I mean it's nothing to really be afraid of, but then again I can't really speak because I don't have one. I'm sure it's a horrible experience.
I mean, to be fair, like I know women might look at guys.
Which gets taken out on me.
I know, yes, I guess taken on all of us. I know, like women must look at guys and be like, I don't know how they walk around with that fucking thing hanging between their legs, all bloody, blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, I'd happily take that over.
Yeah.
Having
swinging
to deal with
I don't mind my cock swinging into my bollocks every now and again.
Yeah,
and
rather than having periods, childbirth, and breast.
We've got it pretty good. We've got it pretty damn good.
We just have to, but it's we have to take the aftermath of it.
We do, yeah, to the face.
I'm not going to name names, but there was someone I worked with many years ago who didn't have very good hygiene, and you could tell just by the odour she was giving when she was on the period.
Dear Lord. That's pretty nasty.
Yes. And I do recall a time when we were putting out some Christmas decorations and a woman had sat down on them and she got up and the tinsel was hanging out behind her skirt. So there's like red tinsel just hanging out beneath her skirt. And I said to her, wow, it looks like you're having a festive period. Festive period, back of the neck. I thought it was fucking hilarious. She did not find it that funny, actually.
That is fucking hilarious, though. Oh, man. It's because there's... obviously they have like special like sanitary towel bins and stuff like that.
Oh man.
Can you imagine your job being the guy who has to collect the sanitary towel waste?
Yeah, I see him come to the shop, but I remember being in the pub once and hearing Callum just go, "Whoa!" And basically what happened was when he was cleaning the toilets, he'd put the lid down or the sanitary bin cleaning in there, and it'd like push this guff of air.
Dear Lord. So yes, to all our female listeners, we feel your pain and we understand the horror that you have to go through for 5 days. But
We don't. You can't say that because
No.
they'll tell you off for that.
Well-
You don't understand anything.
I do understand. I've been kicked in the balls. I know exactly what
If it
pain
bleeds,
is.
we can kill it.
If it bleeds, we can kill it. Yes, I may not have experienced your pain, but I definitely have an understanding that it's a horrible thing to go through, and yes, so that is menophobia, is a fear of menstruation.
Wow. Okay, I'll give them that. That's the one that women have or anyone has.
I mean, I'm
have to
sure.
specify.
I'm sure if a man says he's got it, he'll probably get shouted at.
Yes.
Because it's like you don't understand.
No.
I would have thought
Stupid, worthless man.
stupid worthless man. Here's some blood in your face. I know.
Fucking hell, like a super soaker.
Ugh. Dear Lord, this is taking a dark route.
Together we are stronger. Fire. Fire everything.
I mean, I would assume that both men and women can have it, but I just feel like, oh wait, hang on, women only.
Oh, women is women only.
Well, this
Makes
is just.
sense, I guess.
Oh wait, no, that's someone asking for medical help from women only. Sorry. I mean, you know,
That's Joe's part-time job. He replies to people on women only. asking for help.
I get erections from women telling me their menstruation problems.
Great.
I wish we could cut that out.
No, we can't. We're definitely keeping that in. You must be pretty aroused right now. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our agony aunt section.
Yes.
You didn't ask for it, but here's our advice anyway.
Excuse me, can I ask you a question? I don't want your advice. I don't want it. I don't need to listen to your talk to me. I don't want your advice. Just think you should marry the dog and be happy. I don't need to know what you have to say.
Disclaimer, do not take our advice. If you do, we'll not be held accountable if you're inedible heartbreak. Thank you.
So, straight in on this one. My mum's dog attacked our postman. I tried to help him, but then one thing led to another, and now I think I'm pregnant.
See, I don't think enough information has been given there.
Is it the dog's baby?
Could
Is
be,
she pregnant
oh my
with
God,
the
do that
dog?
horrible, hairy, half-breed child
Is it going to
that
be,
would come out.
yeah, like the Omen, like the jackal?
Just going to be, or like an inside-out dog, just like...
Throwing up its insides. My mum's dog attacked our postman. So first of all, she's blaming the mum.
Yep.
It's the mum's fault. It's mum's dog. She hates the dog, obviously. She
Yeah.
didn't say our dog.
I mean, but here's what I think about that situation is that the postman knocked, the dog attacked, the mum
Why
bought
the
the
postman knock? Maybe it's a sign for...
Maybe it was like a large package, not to make it sound like a porno.
Yes.
But that's how it's...
I have
I've
a
got
package here for...
I have large package for
I
you.
have large package for Mama Dog's owner. Owner. The dog's owner.
Is my daughter home? So I think, yeah, the dog's clearly attacked it, and the mum's brought him in to give him a plaster or something. And in that process, the daughter has probably come down from hearing all the commotion.
I don't think the mum's even there.
You don't think the mum's there?
I don't think the mum's there because
So she's just...
I don't think the mum would be there while she was having sex with the postman.
yeah, that would be weird.
So I think the mum's out. The postman's come.
So the
dog's
girl,
attacked
the
postman.
girl has answered the door.
She's tried to help the postman, and now she thinks she's pregnant.
Has she tried to help him with her vagina?
Or maybe she's not very good at writing.
It's like-
She's just listing how shit her day is.
Yeah.
I had to help the dog. I had to help
That's-
the postman.
I
from
don't
the dog.
think- I don't
now
think-
I'm pregnant, but not because of that. I found that after I was pregnant from that's how shit my morning is.
I don't
And
think
my
that
goldfish
is
just died.
actually an agony aunt letter. I think that's just a Facebook status. Like, oh my God, this day couldn't get any worse.
Now I think I'm pregnant. No,
Lol.
no.
Yeah, there's no commas or anything like that, is there? There's nothing to like break it up.
There's only
Like,
a
this
full
happened,
stop
this happened, this
after
happened.
my mum's dog attacked our postman. Dot.
Dot.
Then I tried to help him. One thing left to another. Now I think I'm pregnant.
I mean, I would.
It sounds potential. I don't know who. Again, not enough information here, so I'm just gonna say you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like,
basically.
learn how to write what you need to say before you say these things. Cause
Yeah, you need to have a longer. You need to explain a way more before we can advise you on things that you didn't ask us for advice for.
yeah, it just sounds to me like you just
Also,
had sex with the postman,
Yeah, or your dog,
with all your mum's dog.
or your dog, whilst the postman watched.
If it's the dogs, have it, raise it.
Yeah, just have it.
You'll love it once it's born. If it's the postman's,
Have it.
have it.
Leave it on someone's
Yeah,
doorstep
and
like
post
it's
it.
post.
Post it back to him. Return to sender. Just do it.
Just when knock on the postman's door and ask him to sign for a package, and the package is your newborn child.
Yes. So if it's the dog's child, keep it. Make some money out of it being a weird, disgusting thing, or it could grow up to be fucking amazing.
Handsome as fuck.
Either way, I'm sure you can make some money out of giving birth to your mum's dog's child.
Yeah, probably.
If it's the postman, just have it and return it to the postman.
Leave it on his doorstep.
I'm sure he has a wife or something.
Or tell him
in
it's
trouble.
it's due for collection at the
or
nearest post office.
perhaps move on to the milkman.
Yeah.
And after that, the Jehovah's Witnesses, and then you've got the Holy
Oh,
Trinity.
if you could break down a Jehovah's Witness,
Yeah.
that'd be impressive. I'd brag about that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, please come
Yeah,
in.
then I wouldn't be asking for advice. I'd just be writing to tell people.
Yeah, I'd be literally, I'd get a sandwich board and just be like, I impregnated a Jehovah's Witness.
Do you have one to read out, Joe?
I do, yes. This is a slightly bizarre.
More bizarre
little
than
one.
that?
Well, it's up there. This is, I have been sending sexy messages to my mum on a social networking site. I know it's wrong, but it's so exciting. It's fucking odd. I'm 22 and my dad left us 15 years ago. My mum is 40. I recently went on the computer after her and saw that she'd been on a networking site. I was
what a
curious.
slag.
I was curious, so I made up a name for myself and messaged her later from my laptop saying I like older women and found her sexy. She replied, she felt so flattered.
Wow.
Wet. She felt wet.
Wow. Bloody hell.
No, that's. I'm trying to decipher her, her
right.
phrasing.
Okay. I thought she put that.
Flattered, wet. I asked her if she, I asked her if she masturbates. This is bearing in mind this is his mum.
Yes. How old is this kid?
He is 20.
He's
22.
22.
22. That's
fucking
even
hell.
worse. I asked her if she masturbates. When she replied yes, I know it's wrong, but it turned me on. Ugh. She keeps asking for photos of me, which of course I can't give her. She's now asked if I want to cam with her, and I'm hoping she will let me watch her without showing her who I am. Oh God, I feel ashamed, you should, of what I'm doing, but I thought seeing her without her bra on is amazing. Would it do any harm to just watch her undress, then delete my address and forget about it?
You wouldn't do that, though, would you?
You wouldn't do it.
You're opening. This is one of those decisions in life where it defines who you may end up being in the future.
That
And
is just...
this is definitely one of the ones where you should just do it now, delete it now.
Delete-
Well, you
just-
won't. I'm
just
fairly
get
sure.
rid. Just get rid of
And
it.
if the mum agrees to undress and jerk off to the camera without seeing the other person,
She's an idiot.
then she's an idiot.
She's all desperate.
So she deserves it to be her son. And
Wonderful act of desperation from a divorced lady.
Maybe he should just get a picture of himself and just Photoshop a beard on it
I'm thinking, yeah, that's not a bad idea.
and send it to her.
That'll be it. Or just get on his cam, just have a picture of a stick man, just with me with an arrow, just like that.
Or just
So that's not exactly what I was asking for, but
just put a mask on. Just say I like to wear Batman mask.
just
when,
put or a
jerk off.
balaclava. She might
That's
have.
gonna be-
She might get.
be into
She
some
might.
hostage situation
She might
style.
get flattered by the IRA or something.
Oh yeah, maybe she's into that. Yes. Ooh.
But,
you sound like a young boy. Oh,
in-
he's 22,
in all-
she's 22, isn't he? Jesus
22,
Christ.
man. In all honesty, that's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. I think if he is actually into old women, then maybe go and talk to older women that aren't your mum. Because otherwise, I think you have some very deep down.
I mean, it sounds like
things
you
that you need
could
to
still
discuss.
pull this off as being one big funny prank.
Yeah.
But once you start,
Just a cheeky
once
bum
it
slap,
actually
just
gets,
like that.
once it actually gets to this point, it's not.
There's no going back.
There's no going back.
Absolutely no going back.
So I would probably just the safer option is to just maybe hide a camera in the bathroom.
Yeah,
and
that's
just-
that's
and
definitely an
store
option.
That away and
There
use
you go.
that for your own personal wank bank material.
And then
Don't-
email us.
Don't go. Yes,
email us
and
the
email
video.
us the video and your commentary to it. don't go leaving like an internet fucking paper trail to what you're doing.
Yeah, no, delete your history.
Delete it. She will figure it out.
Yeah.
Or she might not. She doesn't really know what she's doing.
Yeah.
But if she is, maybe she'll hear herself on your computer next door.
Perhaps get a separate
The
computer.
surround sounds good in here. Yes, I can hear myself jerking off in the room next door.
And hear me echoing down the hall.
Yeah, and then then when she goes into the bathroom, she'll see her son coming out the other room with a tissue in his hand as well.
Oh,
and they'll both be like, "Oh, hello,
dripping,
what were you doing?
just
Oh,
a
I was just
dripping
cleaning up.
tissue.
Yes, me too. Both just cleaning up.
There's a cold. I have a cold at the
on
moment.
my way to the toilet. Yes, me too. Oh, okay. How great.
So we're settled on either look for other older women that you aren't related to, or just
like try your nan maybe, or she'll relate to.
Well,
her.
that's related. So
Yeah, well,
okay. If your nan's alive, maybe have a crack. Or you sicken me.
If I was gonna give actual advice, I would say delete it and then seek help.
Yeah, massively.
But we're not about giving good advice.
Because you disgust us.
We're not about giving good advice, so I'm going to say
no. We don't want to give you good advice.
See how far you can get, maybe. Actually,
in fact, if we're in the realms of not giving good advice, go with it.
Go with it. Bang your mum.
Bang your mum.
Yeah, it's not my cup of tea, but if it's yours, then who am I to judge you?
There you go.
So we have one more little one here. Now this one is actually a listener emailed us in, Sean Holdstock. He sent us an email saying that he was enjoying the agony aunt section. So he's actually given us a question. Now, bearing in mind, we aren't going to give great advice on this because that's not what we're doing.
We haven't been trained to do such.
We are breaking the rules. It kind of like you said, you've asked for advice.
Yeah, this segment is all about people not asking us.
But we are asking people to email, so we are contradicting ourselves in the agony section. But please email in because we will not give great advice.
You know what? It doesn't even have to. If you want to make up an agony, then that's fine. If you can just make up the weirdest agony, then that's absolutely fine. We'll end up reading out the weirdest one.
I'm going to read out Sean's email. My housemate, after being single for months, has started dating this guy and bring him home and having sex, which is super loud and fucking funny sounding. I want to really hear what their sounds are.
Yeah.
what is,
sound like the sand people from Star Wars.
Funny sound. They'll be back. And in greater
numbers.
Fucking funny sounding. But each morning I wake up and she seems to bring a different fruit home, which looks battered and beaten, and leaves it on the kitchen table. Wanted to see your theory of what the fuck they do. So far we have had a cucumber, pineapple and 2 eggs. He did post... There is a photo of it, and it is a pineapple which looks like a pineapple upright with 2 eggs for feet and a cucumber for a penis. One of the eggs is slightly cracked and leaking a bit. Very phallic.
Yes, cucumbers are classic.
Yeah, there's a lot going. Cucumbers are classic. Pineapple up the arse, and the eggs, obviously. Life created, reproduction,
or just broken over them, like in Top. What was it in Hot Shots? Where he rubs rubs an ice
maybe
cube
that's
on
what's happening.
Maybe they're just trying to make a fry up.
It's like a vegetarian fry up.
Yeah,
they're just getting it on with
having
fruit.
a pineapple and cucumber omelette.
If we're hearing funny sounds, it could be any of these fruits being used.
It could be. Did you hear rapid chopping of?
They're all intact.
They're all intact.
The egg is slightly cracked.
It's.
Maybe it's the old egg up a vagina without breaking it, and then getting it back out again. Is that a thing?
I believe that's a thing.
It could be that they cracked one.
Well, that was failed.
So they're obviously coming back.
We should really ask Sean to smell them to see if they smell like anything.
Like a scratch and sniff.
Yeah. Do they smell like fruit and veg, or do they have like an extra sort of potency to them? That's quite interesting. I mean,
where are they getting them from? They're coming back with them. Are they?
They're coming back with them.
Yeah, they're coming back with them. Are they taking them
possibly a Tesco Express?
So that they could actually be going in and purchasing these.
Could actually, yeah. Unless they know of an allotment where people are
they could have stolen
chickens
them.
And growing cucumbers and
pineapples. The cucumber doesn't appear to be in any packaging.
It's kind of weird, but maybe it is. If they've been single for a while and now they've sort of found someone to bang, they're just like, oh man, let's go nuts with this because I don't know how long this is going to last.
Perhaps in the in the months of being single,
let me lick you up and down.
In the months of being single, maybe
maybe they're just like
this girl found a love in fruit growing and making her own food. So she's trying to combine the two now.
She's trying to combine her two loves.
She's trying to look, by the way, if you want to bang me,
You're gonna
have to get your love for
You're
cucumber.
gonna have to
eggs,
swear
and
your
pineapple on.
allegiance to this cucumbered penis pineapple man
Yes.
that I've invented.
And you do not eat them.
Do not eat them. Do not
As
ever
I
eat them.
say, they're mine. You can hold them and put them in me.
Or maybe he just beats around the head with the cucumber.
Ah, okay. So it could be like a cheap sex toy.
Could be.
Okay, so our theory I think we're going to throw out here is
Yeah,
that it's a cheap alternative to a
this
sex
ended
toy.
up being no advice. This just ended up being a series of
Well, he
theories.
didn't really ask for advice. He actually asked for a theory on it.
A
He wanted to
theory.
see
Our
what-
theories are that she has some kind of maybe it's like a shrine. Could be a shrine.
Perhaps they were.
And you've moved
they,
it.
They were the sex toys in the months of being single.
That could
Like
be
Wilson
Yep.
in Castaway. There's been, doesn't want a part of it just yet.
Yeah. So she's introducing.
If they end up marrying this, they are getting married. Perhaps the pineapple, eggfoot, cucumber, penis
man,
ornaments could give
Ornament.
her away.
maybe walk her down the aisle.
Walk her down the aisle, crying.
Imagine walking
crying,
down the aisle with
like
monstrosity.
kiwi fruit bridesmaids.
They came all the way from New Zealand.
Oh, he did it. He did it.
Too many accents already. That is, I mean, you know what? It's the theory is that maybe she's just had a bit of a cheeky fling with a cucumber whilst she was single, and that's fair enough.
And they're continuous having an affair. In fact, I'd be very jealous of the cucumber. I think there's an affair going on.
Yeah, I mean that thing is hung.
Yeah, and maybe the cucumber's
I'd be-
life of its
I'd
own,
be
and it's following them. It's like
slightly-
Toy Story. It comes
Yeah.
to life, and it really doesn't want her to be dating this guy, so it's following them around, trying to ruin it for them.
Yeah,
Everywhere he goes, even when he leaves the next day and goes out, there's a fucking cucumber following him.
just like on the train, it's like on the next seat, like the next seat over. just like,
Looking like
swear to
Stewie
God.
and Family Guy is always looking.
If
ready
someone
to go.
came to you and was like, "Look."
the monkey in the
you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I swear to God, all day I've been followed by a cucumber.
You just see they look over the cucumber, quickly ruffles up a newspaper. Just on the front, there's like a wanted cucumber. I think that will draw a close to our episode 3.
Yes.
Thanks for being involved. Next time we have a special episode.
Oh, I'm really
Episode
looking forward to
4.
this one.
We're going a bit off track for the next one. We're going in with a Nicolas Cage special.
We're going to be talking about nothing but Nicolas Cage.
Asking one of the biggest questions the world's ever been faced with in the
Is he a
universe.
vampire?
Is he a vampire? But also, is the world of acting and movie, and the world in general, a better place for having Nick Cage in it or not?
Yeah.
And we all know the answer is yes, but
Obviously.
we'll be discussing
Anyone
why.
that says no should be hung from their necks.
We're going to play out on a track by our friends band, the Red and the Black. We
Yes,
played a various gigs
this
for them.
is,
We'll play another gig with them coming up soon. I'm not sure of a set date, but hopefully July.
They've also just had a music video released for this said song as
We're
well.
recording this podcast before seeing the video, but once it goes out, it should already be out. It's called Spit It Out. We were there when they filmed the band bits. We were all fucking wasted.
Go and check out the video.
We were wearing Hawaiian shirts for some reason.
Just
So watch
because
it.
we could.
If you watch the video, you'll see me and Joe, hopefully at some point at the front there, in there jumping around. It was an awesome fucking night.
They put on such a good
night.
show.
They're a fucking great bunch of guys.
We've been really lucky to share the stage with them and stuff like
We've
that.
got up and done Beastie Boys with them a couple of times.
We have,
Fight for Your
yeah.
Right and Sabotage.
So
In fact, we
massive-
did it that night with them.
Yeah, massive shout outs to the guys in Red and the Black.
So get on their Facebook page, Red and the Black, or www.theredandtheblack.com, and check out this video to Spit It Out. We're going to play the track now. So this is the Red and the Black with Spit It Out. We'll see you next time for Nick Cage Special. I've been Greg.
I've been Joe.
And we've been the All-Seeing
Seeing Guys.
Motherfucker year.